You ready, Nick? Let's get him.
Some of your more recent work that I've seen online is that you are a co-host on the My Expert Opinion show.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed you on there recently. How did you find yourself in that situation there?
My expert opinion happened organically, right? I think that I was helping. Obviously, everybody knows that Mecca used to work at the source. So Mecca and I had talked about doing things with My Expert Opinion, just with what I was doing in television, right? And so when I came around, I was doing a lot of things with them behind the scenes, right? They hosted the BET Awards red carpet. I forgot what year it was, a couple of years ago. Math hosted it. And so like I was already kind of like working with them and doing things and sharing topics. And then one day I was I forgot what I was filming a CNN documentary, and I talked to Math and he said, "Can you come sit on the show?" And I just went, and I forgot which one was that, because I had went on the show to promote the mixtape doc that I did.
Gotcha.
We put that out last year. Tail of the Tape is still available. Make sure you watch it on. Make sure you watch the Tail of the Tape on Amazon Prime.
Got it.
So I had gone up there to promote Tail of the Tape, and then one day he called me. He just called me to say, "Come sit on the show." And I went and I guest hosted with him and the team, and it kind of just happened where he kept calling me back, and that's how I got there.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to clear something up. There's videos online surrounding a recent incident that happened on the Angela Yee show, where former guests of My Expert Opinion were appearing as guests there.
Right.
And Math Hoffa showed up.
Right.
And I'm watching interviews online, and it's been suggested, I'm pretty sure you've probably seen some of these videos. It's been suggested that there was a saboteur involved. Maybe someone wanted to put all of those people under the same roof to see exactly what would happen.
Right. I don't think that it was to see what would happen.
Yeah.
Math wanted to have a conversation with Esso and Heineken, and I helped facilitate that. All of the other theatrics online has been blown out of proportion, and that's what the internet does. Ultimately, myself and Angela, I will say, knew that these guys had been in the room before. Things were peaceful. They were going to be peaceful. And it's really what it was.
You said they was in the room before, but it's general knowledge that they had a disconnect when Bagfuel was launched.
Yeah, but I wasn't there when they had like any sort of past issues. I'm saying, since I've been there, and I know that Angela feels the same way, we've seen them in the room after that together.
So since they had their falling out, they've been in the same room places.
Absolutely. They were in the same room before. No, there's no problem, right? Like, yes, maybe they didn't want to talk about it there. For that, I would apologize, because you know what I'm saying? I never want to put anyone in a situation where they feel like, you know, they're being blindsided. I'm not looking to do that. So they wanted to have a conversation. Math wanted to have a conversation with them. So it was very, like, I think, simple. I think it was blown out of proportion.
Was Esso and Heineken aware that he was showing up that day?
I don't know what they were aware of. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't want to speak on how they felt, because that's not my place.
Right. I believe the missing piece of information was the fact that they had been in the same room.
Yeah, they've been in the same room before. They took a picture, though. I think it was pretty public that they took a picture together since that. So, you know, I know that I can speak for myself and I can speak for Angela when I say that no one expected anything to go left. I don't think anything did go left. If you look online, you can see even there's interaction between them when the cameras went off, and you can see the interaction between them is very friendly.
Okay.
So
That was a question that I didn't want to spring that on you, but it's something that I've seen online. But
hmm
you cleared that up fairly well.
yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about what do you feel about the state of hip hop today involving female MCs?
Mm, I say the state of hip hop is good. I think there's a lot more female MCs. They are coexisting in the space. They really took over in 2022. I feel like female MCs took over. But now there's much more balance, I see, when it comes to female representation in hip hop. So,
Yeah.
and I'm still looking forward to seeing more of that, you know?
How do you feel about the subject matter contained within a lot of their music?
It depends on what subject matter we're talking about, because I don't think that I have a full understanding of all of the subject matter that's out there from female artists. Like, I wouldn't sit here and confidently say that I listen to everything that comes out. I don't.
Yeah.
But do I feel like there's a lot of representation from female artists that leans in this space where it's like sexually explicit? Yes.
That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
How do you view that?
I mean, I would like to see
the most popular female MCs. That's what they stand on: sexual perversion.
I would like to see a different representation, right? I would like to see more women that weren't just talking about, you know, their body or like it is overkill. Like, there is like a lot for me, but I just worry about my daughters. I have a 24-year-old and I have a 17-year-old daughter. So I worry about the content that they consume. But I know they're getting a lot of their content, not just from hip hop, but from other music. And I think that helps balance it out. So I would love to see more of the Lauryn Hills, you know, and I know that's very like typical to say, right? But back when Lauryn was at the top of her game, that representation of her as a female MC was positive and is wholesome. And I think, and it's not that it's, you know, it didn't have like, you know, the other elements to it, right? But my girls still listen to Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And that album is what? Almost over 20 years old.
Yeah.
That is amazing, right? Like that's what they pull out of that time period. When I think of my daughters going back and listening to hip hop of my day, right? And it's not just Lauryn Hill, but that is one of the albums that they go back and they're familiar with it. Like, they know the songs on Miseducation. They wasn't born at that time.
Right.
But they know those songs. So it's like they pulled from that influence that she had, but they had to go back to 98, and there's not too much, you know, out there like that for them to pull from now. A lot of what I see when they listen to it, you know, they love Sexy Red. Like, they love that music, which I would consider to be explicit.
Yeah.
You know, they love explicit music.
Do you feel that it's possibly influential?
Yeah, right. But as long as they're getting a balance of the content that, you know, is out now.
Right.
So I would like to see more from women. And I think that, you know, I think we'll see what happens when it comes to, you know, who's out there. But
it's your boy Joel Ortiz, and I want y'all to keep it locked right here because y'all watching the Real Gully TV. It's official. This ain't no phony business right here. This is Gully TV. You keep it right here. Yawa.